Okay. All right. Hello, world. It's Mr. Miracle again. It is August 21st, I believe. Yeah, August 21st, 2025. It is, I believe, Thursday morning, and it is, I'll tell you a second, 2:29 a.m. Anyways, almost at it now. Usually I don't come out this late, but you know what? I just sitting there. I really was not coming out today. I swear to you, I was not gonna do it. I was not gonna do it. And it's like fucking in my house, just chilling. I'm like, fuck, man. And then just chilling. Burn a, had a spliff and then, and I just depressed. I said, you know what, fuck it. So I'm gonna come outside, just burn some energy on my body. So go to sleep. So, anyways, bro, I told you the last one of the video, right? Okay, now I'm gonna show it now again so you understand. Now watch this. When you do it, do this here, right? Remember I said the arm underbar breaking? Now watch this, okay? I want you to watch this now. So when I go like this, right? Boom! Okay? That works all of this. You hear what? It works. That works this whole muscle here, man. I mean, yo, you feel that shit, man. Now, the very first time you do it, if you've never done it before, you're gonna feel very, very pain. But I say for like might not feel it the first day, but the second day after, like, say you do it today, you might not feel it till freaking Saturday. You get a little pain at first, but then all of a sudden it really picks up. You know what I mean? You feel the pain, and you're like, oh shit. But after the first time you do it, yeah, you'll feel it, but it's easier, you know what I'm saying? But this is the main core of that arm workout of that style there. I did it twice, because the first I did it, I mixed with different styles, so I wasn't sure. So I did it again to make sure, right? Now I know for a fact, that is what it does. That is exactly what that muscle does, and man, now I'll tell you, it is painful. Now, I'll tell anybody, if you are an old person, say your back's not the greatest, don't do that. Don't do that, because you know what? Remember, you're going out your back. You know what I'm saying? So if you have like a loose disc or you have your back or something, I recommend you do not do that. If you are planning to do that and you still want to do it, go to the doctor first. I'm not a doctor myself, so I'm telling you, go to the doctor. You ask that doctor. Show them the style. You ask them, do you think it would be possible for me to do that without making it worse for my body? Right? You got the videos, man. So you can say, doctor, this is what this style is. I want to know, can I do this? And if I do it, what would happen? What happened? And if you go to a doctor, I'm telling you, if you have a bad back, he could actually tell you much better than I can. You know what I'm saying? Of the result of what would happen to you if you did it or did not. But I just said, I recommend if you have a bad back or you're old. Hold on. Now, when I say old, I'm not saying 60 years old. I'm talking like 80 years old, 80 and up, man. 80 years and up. That's fucking old. People in the 70s and stuff, they're not really old. They're getting old, but not really old. When you hit like 85 and up, then I consider you getting old, right? Because that's 85, it's 15 years to 100. You know what I mean? 70s, you have over 20 years to 100. 15 years and under? No, that's the time you get. That's really fucking old, right? You're there. Now, like I met some people from the 70s that are still freaking strong, right? So, like I said, I'm not gonna say no to 70, but in the 80s, like 85 and up, no. And if you're really, really, really over fucking weight, okay. Now let's just say you're 6 feet tall, right? 6 feet tall, but your gut is up to here. You know what I'm saying? Like it comes up to here, man. It looks like you're carrying triplets in your gut. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do this, have like because of that extra weight you're carrying, you do this, from that bit. I'd say put something soft in front of you. Because most likely, I don't know, but you might slip and fall, right? So if you fall in your legs, you have something pushing it, at least to catch your knees, you know what I'm saying? Just say, let's say, let's read it up. Now, I'm going to do something. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I will do something new, something to do. But I want to I want to ask my race a question. I mean, my race around the world, that's been in for the transatlantic slave trade. You know, you guys are asking the question. Because in Canada, America, I'm not really sure about England, but them places, I believe, we always hear these stories. Oh, but we never do, not in our culture. We don't do this stuff to black people in my culture and stuff. So, for the Negroes around Europe, right, and the Arab countries and places, I ask you Negroes, my people from the slave trade, I'm asking you, your forefathers on the ships, but my forefathers, maybe not, we're not on all the same ships, of course, but we're in the ships, you know what I'm saying, as a collective, as a race of people, right? So I'm asking my race around the world to please make your videos and put on YouTube and tell us how these other nations treat you where you live. Because they tell us in Canada and America, oh, where I'm from, we don't do that to black people. Oh, But then but now look, I hear other people start talking. No, it's not true. It's the same thing. And you know what? Yeah, different countries, but the same game. Now, if the reason I'm asking us to say this because remember, in the slave trade, what did Willie Lynch do? He wrote a pattern to all the nations on the earth, right? How to deal with this, right? So, I want to know for sure because these other nations come up here and tell us, oh, it's not this and that, but their characteristics, you know what I mean? Their characteristics says otherwise. So, my nation around the world, with all these other nations that they live with, you make our videos, please, on YouTube and tell us how they treat you around the world. Straight up. Because I know for a fact we're being lied to, you know what I'm saying? We're being lied to as a nation of people in Canada, America, probably in the Caribbean too. Oh, no. We don't do this as black people. No, we're cool with them. No. Bullshit, man. After what I heard from some other nations of our people in other places, you know what I mean? Like, I remember before I said to Scott, I said, oh, black people. But guess what? Do you know before the Edomites were in Scotland, we were there first? Hey, King James, right? And he wasn't the first one. King James is, from King James II, he wasn't the first one there. His dad was there. I think his dad was there before him too, you know what I mean? He was born there, but he was a ruler of Scotland, right? And then Esau, when he died, Esau ran and took that shit. So the Scottish, white Scottish today, they're not the real Scottish, right? The Scottish are really black, yo. Now, let's go into the history a little further back. We'll go to the 15th century and the 17th century because I'm not exactly sure which king did it, right? There's two kings at the time. There's a Spanish king at the time and the French king. So I don't know who is the person that started, who did it, but I know that the time period coexisted with slavery. Now, in Portugal, there's a place called Portugal, right? The land of Portugal. The islands and the land of Portugal itself. Do you know my people? Do you know our people was there first? Did you know that? I bet you didn't, right? Yes, the Negroes were there before them. And then, either the French or the Spanish king. One of them motherfuckers, I don't know who it was, but there was an illness long in the past, right? And I guess people were fighting for the land. They had to do some payments, whatever the fuck it was. And our race of people, us, the Israelites, got sick. We finally got better, you know what I mean? As a race of people. Boom. Now all of a sudden, the king at the time, I don't know if it's the French or Spanish king, I'm not sure which one it was, but they were debating this bullshit because, they wanted the land, right? Huh. And do you know what happened to the people, the occupants, the original Portuguese of that land? The Negroes, do you know what happened to them? They were excavated out of the land, you know what I'm saying? Now, because there's so much, they said is you're 14 or 15 years old, I'm not sure, it was one of those two ages. They said if you're 14 or 15 years old, you were sent out, you know what I'm saying? On ships. Now, the people of the land of Bahamas, the Negroes down there, the land of Bahamas has been there, it's been there for more than fucking 7-8 generations. You are the descendants of the real Portuguese. Eh? You are the Portuguese people. Now live in Bahamas. You know what I mean? But you are the real Portuguese. I was like, what? Yeah, you were occupying that land first. And then Spain and France came trying to get that shit, you know what I'm saying? There's two time periods. So I'm not sure who, but one of those time periods, they were excavated out of the land. And now there's a story about how the mothers, when those kids would be sent away, boom, these women walked into the sea. You understand what I'm saying? Watching their children being shipped out with them forward. And all these moms walk to the waters, from the way I hear it, right? They walk to the water, water for the children. And as they're walking, they're going downwards, you know what I'm saying? They walk to their deaths trying to get to their children, So, if anybody says you, I'm Portuguese, Portuguese, you ask them, what are you Portuguese? You're either Spanish or French. You are not Portuguese because you was not originators there. There were Negroes that was there at first, man. They're not the originators. There was some Negroes, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I believe I'm not mistaken, there were some natives there too. Mm-hmm. That is a true story of how the people of Portugal today got there. They are not the real Portuguese. They are either French or Spanish. That was, who decided to stay in Portugal, and now they're saying they're Portuguese. You know what I'm saying? But they're not the Portuguese. They're not. They're lying. They're the progenitors of the children that stole the land of Portugal from the real Portuguese. So when they say all Portuguese, no, you're not. No, you're not. No, you are not. You are the children of the people that stole the land from another race of people. Remember, and do you know how I can prove that too? Let's go back even further. Let's go further back to prove what I'm saying is true. How could now, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just being honest, you know what I'm saying? But how could Esau be the owner of a land that is not his when he was in the freaking caves? He didn't come out until the 14th century. So and the people there before the 14th century, right? So how is that possible? People around the world, not people of color. I ain't talking to you because you wasn't in the fucking caves. The Edomites were the ones in the caves, right? And the Lord released them in the 14th century. Now, here's the funny thing, people. Who put them in the fucking caves in the first place? Do you know who did it? Now, I haven't checked in a long time, but I remember it's one or the other. It was either King David or King Saul. No, King David, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he hunted them down. Now, do you know what happened? They were doing the Edomites at the time. In that time when King David was in power, they were doing fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they were. And King David and other people went around the earth, and grabbed every single white person on the planet and put them in the caves, yo. They did. King David is a long time ago, right? If I'm not mistaken, King David is before the Son of God. If I'm not mistaken. So look at it. King David was in power before the Son of God. Yeah, that's right. King David was alive before Yahweh was alive. At least like what? Maybe 7 to 1,000 years? So when these people say to us, oh, I'm this, and this, it's impossible. You are not those people because you were in caves, man. And you were in caves from BC times, not 80 times. BC, before Christ, you were in the caves because King David put you in there. He grabbed everyone on the planet and grabbed and took them to the end of the earth, which is the Caucasus Mountain, Georgia, Russia, and put them in there, dog. That's the truth. Now, fuck what I say, man. Go in the history books yourself and research this, and you will find what the fuck I'm saying is freaking true. Just look for yourself, you know? It might take you a little while to find it, but you will find the information. They are not. So any land, no, you want to go to the land of Greece, right? Greece, let's go there too. They were originally black people first, right? Yes, they were. Then they were excavated out of that also, through battles and wars, right? Boom. But now, after they were gone, then all of a sudden they had the Greek gods and all this stuff. And that's where, if you want to go technical, so the first Batiman, that's the Greece. I always try to work out, but fuck it. I don't know if I should, but we're just to talk and get knowledge of. Yeah. Niggers around the world, like I said before, please tell us your story. The blood of the slaves of my people. Tell us your story of how these other nations, where you live around this earth, how they treat our people over there. Because what we're told in here, I know it's not what they say. You know what I'm saying? A leopard does not change this fucking spot. So they live in different countries. So what? There is no way that they change. The only thing that changes them is the country of Canada, America is different than this. Nobody wants to leave Why would you want to go back to a place that's harder than when you're in an easier place, right? So the rules of Canada and America is what dummies down the people to obey. You know what I'm saying? If they're back in their main land where they came from, they're showing the true colors. Now, let's go back to the deeper situation. Now, all you Negroes on the earth, right? Being around the earth, you Negroes, Hispanics, Seminole, Native Indians, listen up. And all you Israelites that look at other nations, listen to me today. From this day on, the next time any motherfucker touch you, especially if it's an Edomite, especially that they're the ones using the most, you know what I'm saying? If they say to you, oh, go back to your country, you know what you tell that motherfucker? Go back to the cave, yo. They're like, what? You say go back? Yeah, we're going. You want the country? This is my country because you were in the fucking cave. So how the fuck you tell me to go to my country? It doesn't matter if you're an Israelite. It doesn't matter where you were born. You know for a fact one of your descendants of the 12 tribes was in each land somewhere on the earth, right? So this is go to your country. Your country is the fucking planet, bro. Think of it. Your ancestors, our ancestors, went to a lot of places in the past when Esau was in the caves. They were traveling, you know what I'm saying? You can find in books. They were traveling, they were traveling continent to continent, city to city, from one side to the other on boats, all over the place. Our ancestors were all over the place while Esau was in the cave. So anytime an Edomite tells you on earth again to go to your country, you say, listen, man, you want to go to the country? I am my country. You're the ones who invaded my fucking country. You're not even supposed to be here, dog. And technically, and here's another thing. Like, they do this in America a lot too. Oh, wait, the country, Canada, America, you hear it all the time. So I'm gonna say to every person, every racist Edomite on this fucking planet that's ever told a black person to go to their country, you go to your country. Your country's in Georgia, Russia, in the freaking caves. That is your country. Where our king, King David, put you in thousands of years ago before Christ was even fucking born. He put you in the caves, right? He locked you up. That was your prison. King David put you in the fucking caves as your prison, dog. And do you know what happened when you were in your prison? What your forefather says? One day we will rise and we will take a land and make it ours. They said that. They actually said that. And isn't it funny? What they said came to fucking life. It came to reality, people. What Esau said in the past came to reality. He did arise, right? He got out of the slavery, and as they got out of slavery, what happened? Their so-called king, Alexander the Great, yes, he was killing people and stuff, but he was also raping fucking men, yo. I mean, boys, not men. That's even worse. He was raping a boy. He turned a boy into a fucking girl, dog. That's crazy. I guess that boy looked so good to the man that he turned the boy into a fucking girl. Remember, how did he die? What they say? Syphilis or something? I don't know, but he died from a disease, right? That's fucked up disease. And if you want to go deeper, do you want to know how you get all these Edomite kings and queens on this earth? Once Alexander the Great died, these so-called royal families, they were actually under Alexander the Great. These people, right? They was workers. They took upon themselves and crowned themselves kings and queens. You think I'm lying? Go to the history books and look for your damn self. That's how do you think I get all this information? I wasn't there. I wasn't alive. I searched for this shit. Search for yourself too, and you will find majority of what I'm saying is true. Now, something that might be wrong, or I might have misread it. But when it comes to the people where their families did in the land and stuff, I ain't lying with that shit. I'm not misconstruing that shit at all. Now, before I go further, to the people of my people around the world, my race especially, the ones that look just like me, hair like me, skin like me, not the Africans, their skin is the body. You know the difference of an African? No, sorry. I'm gonna stop saying that. Do you know the difference of the people that's born in the land of Africa, but they're really the children of Ham, and the difference of the children of Israel, who are the children of what's the name again? And Shem. This is what God says. His children will be dark and beautiful. Ham will be dark as a raven. And a raven is, you see ravens, they're dark as shit, right? That's what it says. He didn't say the raven is beautiful. He said Ham will be, his will be dark as a raven. But Shem, the children will be dark and beautiful. There's a difference. There's a big difference. Because the word beautiful was put in there, you know what I'm saying? Now to all my people out there, my race, listen up. Yes, Esau, he did put us in slavery. He did. He put us in slavery around the fucking world. But yo, to the women of my people, the women of my people, that wants to. Yes, I'm not telling you who to date. No, I'm not. I'm just going to tell you the truth. That when you go to sleep at night, you can understand what you're dealing with. To women of my race. The only reason why Esau was able to get a hold of you, because Esau paid the so-called Hamites, who we call Africans today. They came to our sport. They came and picked us through Ham. They tied us up first, eh? I don't know if it was chains or ropes, but when Esau got, we know it was chains. The Bible says chains, right? So obviously it was chains. They chained us and they walked us to Esau, and then Esau would do the rest. You know what I'm saying? They brought us to Esau first. So the Hamites, the so-called Africans today, their fathers of the past were paid to kidnap our fathers of the past and sell them. Yo, I'll tell it now, my people. My race. Now, I'm not saying African people are bad. Today, no, everyone's everyone, right? But just don't give them your fucking whole heart of trust, man. They will betray. Listen, I've met a lot of good so-called African people, and I met a lot of treacherous ones. You know what I'm saying? Woo! I met a lot of treacherous ones too, man. Talk about over brother or brother, but they'll put a bullet in the back for 2 seconds to save their own back, yo. They will. No. Like I said, there's a lot of good so-called African people out there, and then there's a lot of treacherous ones. You know what I'm saying? Dangerous, man. Dangerous. Now, I'm gonna do something for you right now. I want to do it correctly. I don't want to make any mistakes what I'm gonna say right now. So let me just do this on the line so I can get the right information before I go further. The progenitors are the children of Ham. Okay, I'm gonna read it online. So we have to know what else for have a confusion. Hold on, wait. The children of Ham. Ham were Ham's 4 sons: Cush, Mizraim, Put, okay, and Canaan. According to the biblical account in Genesis 10, these sons were the ancestors of various ancient civilizations, including the people of Ethiopia and southern Arabia, Cush, Egypt, Mizraim, Libya, Put, and the various of the tribes inhabited the region of Canaan. Okay. Now hold on, I want to go further. I want to get deeper than this. Now, where in the Bible does it talk about the children of Ham, where it says, but not the Negroes? Okay, here we go. Yeah. That's good. Okay, here we go. Now, in the Bible, it says that Ham is the progenitor, father of the dark races, right? Ethiopia, Cushites, and Egyptians, but not the Negro. Then, you understand? Not the Negroes. So I'm a Negro. You know, my children are Negroes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the island of fucking Jamaica, the Caribbean itself, we are the Negroes. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm talking that's been for more than 3 generations, right? Because right now, Africans are starting to go there now. Yo, then listen, it's in the Bible. They're not our people, man. When these Africans, like, I remember, okay, listen, when I was in jail, right? This is years ago, right? I'm probably like, I think it was 1998, 97. Plenty of me. So no, not 97. No, 98, 99. I was locked up. I was in the West. I mean, this I had a fucking problem, man. No, I'm wrong. I'm going too far. I have to go a little further back. What am I saying? Shit. No, man, I mean 90 fuck. I think probably 95, 95, 96. Before I got out. Yeah, 95, 96 before I got out completely. Me and African had a problem, right? I mean, you know, you look at black ones in soccer. I didn't know any better at the time, right? And I really didn't want to do that to this guy, but he did something that was so fucked up, man. I want to snap this guy's fucking neck. And you know the guy used against me knowing the truth, which I didn't know at the time, and he knew the truth. He said, no, cause look, what it said people. He lied to me that I told him to say people, brother. What? I couldn't, because, listen to me, I was, you know you're about to murder someone, I guess he shot him as a fucking killer, right? And he's using that word to say people. Just for me to find out years later that he was wrong. We're not the same people. You're the fucking son of Ham, yo. I'm the fucking son of Shem. How? We're not the same people. Yeah, we have dark skin, but we're not the same people. So that's the only thing I said that guy, because he tricked me to think he's my people, which he was not. But to the African lied to me when we were younger. Yo, if I'd have known back then, I would have beaten the stars, bro. I wish I'd have known the truth back then, though. I know that I would have fucked you up because you were wrong what you did. Now you were fucking wrong, bro. And you know you were wrong, but whatever. It is what it is now. The time goes by, but it is what it is. But like I said, yeah, man. It happened, man. I remember that. To all you Negroes, men and women, remember, when you try to get, you try to get close to hand, the so-called African, this close, you're fucking crazy, right? You're crazy, dog. Remember, they are not your people. So how the fuck you get that close to someone that is not your people, that actually is the ones that put the chains on you first? They put the chains on you first, bro. It wasn't even Esau that put the chains on you first. It was the Hamites that put the chains on you. Yo, Esau, yes, he carried you over the fucking sea. Yes, he whooped your ass, shot at you and stuff afterwards, but he did not grab you first. And that's a fucked up thing to hear, isn't it? That's something that actually fucking hurts to hear, baby. What? Yo, there was another black man, not our people. There was another black person though that betrayed you. The only difference is he's the son of Ham, not the son of Shem. They betrayed you. So when you're walking, when your great grandfather was walking to wherever he was walking in the field somewhere, or going where he was going, and they threw the chains on him and they kidnapped him, he was looking at another black man that had the chain on him, bro. He did. He saw another black man. And you know what his name was? Back then? Ham, remember? Ham, but do you know they actually wore our garments to trick us? Did you know that? Ham wore our garments, dog, to trick you. So say they walk by you. Well, these are catchers, you know what I'm saying? They could throw. Sorry, I said they wore our garments to trick us, bro. They did. Ham, he's the one that got you in slavery first, not Esau. Esau paid for it, yes, but Ham is the one that put his hands on you, grabbed you, and threw you into the fucking hand of slavery. And then and guess what? Now, if you want to go back to history, right? If you go into history deep enough, now you know sometimes. Now, this part I don't really know for sure. I really don't, but I've heard stories. You know what I'm saying? So, this part, what I want to say to you, I personally don't have the fucking proof. I've only heard the stories of the past from the elders. I could be wrong, I could be right, but this is what I heard from the elders in the past. They're dead now, because when I heard it, I was like a freaking child. These people like what? They were 70, 80 years old at the time. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're dead now. These people that told me. What? I heard when there was slavery, you know, around ship stuff, that once in a blue moon, they would get, you know, they mistakenly have a Hamite in our ships, you know what I'm saying? And I was told that they actually sent them back. I was like, what? You're lying. They said, yo, when they realized they grabbed a Hamite, you know, confusing as Israelite, and once they found out who it was, I heard they sent the Hamite right back, yo. I couldn't believe it. But now I look back, at the way this world is going today, I do believe it. Why? Because, yo, Ham and they would work together, right? So, you got Ham's fucking, you got one of Ham's children, and the wife is complaining, hey, my husband, he's in the States, you know, he's already on the ship, right? You have to wait till whatever, and then get him back, right? Mm. And then that guy was going to Africa. Yeah, he told what happened to us, but they didn't come for you guys, right? You know that, right? In the slavery, the Africans at the time, no, the Hamites at the time, they knew, they heard the stories of how East had dealt with us in these foreign lands. They heard the stories. They didn't come for you. You know how many Negroes? They didn't come for us, dog. They let us go and they let us stay here and take the whipping of our fucking lives. The hanging of the hangings. When I look at a tree, even though I'm not there in the past, I'm not there, but sometimes I look at a tree, I swear to you, my Negroes, I swear I can see a man hanged, yo. I mean, like, it's like it just pops in the mind, like, whoa. It makes you wonder, did I see myself in the past? You know what I'm saying? You hung on a fucking tree? You know what I mean? Like, Negroes at the year, man. Like, I understand, yeah, you're gonna be cool with them and stuff, but guess what? These nations are not our fucking friends, bro. They're not. They're not our friends. They pretend to be our friends, but they are not our fucking friends. How long, my people, do you want to be popular by these people? If we were to, right now, if Canada and America was lawless right now, all of a sudden, I bet you they would try to fuck us up. They would try to destroy us, for sure. If there was no lawless there, if you look at the way right now, people, look at the way the world is going. I'm not talking to everybody else, just the Negroes, Hispanics, Seminoles, anyone that's in Israel. I'm talking to you people. You go for a job now. Don't you notice you see everybody but us? And a lot of our people is very fucking educated. I went to the highest order, even way smarter than some of them. But they're not getting the jobs they're supposed to get. They're getting lower level jobs, but their people is getting jobs. Now, what I want to say here, it might sound a little racist, but it's not racist. It's just guaranteed fact. You could walk in the stores and see with your own eyes, okay? Now what I'm gonna say, this I'm not against them, but I love Indian people. I mean, they're cool. They're not all, but a lot of them are cool. You see, a lot of them are fucking cool, right? A lot of them are fucking cool, though. The ones I met, majority of them are cool. But I met a few bad apples. But what I was saying is not against you. It's just what I was saying right now is observation, and you can see it yourself. Now, when you walk to not Maruna, well, when you walk to Tim Hortons, the sign said it was Tim Hortons. It was a Canadian business, right? But it's not. I don't see Canadian. I see Canadians in Tim Hortons, but they're not the so-called Canadians that they say they are. These are migrated Canadians. That's cool, but they're not what you see on TV. You know what I'm saying? Them people there. Now you see, okay, you want to go to. You go to Harvard, no, you go to Harvard, you see some black people, the majority, a lot of them. You go like Popeyes now and thing, we ain't there. And if we are there, it's probably one. One. You might see one Negro and a 30 Popeye chain store. I haven't seen, I ain't gonna lie, I haven't seen any. I think I've seen one. There was one on Dolphin Sector, if I'm not mistaken. I saw a black woman there one time. But that was like, what, 10 years ago? If I was to go there today, I don't know what I would see. You know what I mean? But, yo, my people, I don't know if you guys are blind, you can't see, but we're being slowly pushed out of society. Don't you guys see it? Society is slowly pushing us out. So, my Negroes, Hispanics, Seminole, Native American Indians, stop fighting it. Separate yourselves from them. It tells us in the Bible. It tells us in the Bible anyways. It tells you in the Bible anyways. Separate from them. If you look at the Bible deeper, it tells you in there. Separate from the other nations and be amongst yourselves. Now, you want to obey that. That's good. You don't. It's up to you. When bad things happen, guess what? You're going to understand why. But it tells you in the Bible, we must separate and build each other up amongst ourselves. Now, if you go to America, World War II, when it was happening in the Great Depression. Our people. But this in America. My friends from the Caribbean, but we're still the 12 tribes, right? It's our people. Judah, the house of Judah, was in America. And there's some kind of place up there. They had their own city, dog. You hear me? This is World War II. Where people are fucking cry for food. Listen, our people had their own city. They had hospitals, planes, movie theaters, everything you needed, and it was proper. But Esau's body, our people are striving. They said at that time period, it was so big. Yo, you ever heard that story? Mud pie? That shit's real, eh? Esau was really they were cooking mud and whatever stuck in that mud pie, whatever. They really had mud pie. When they were having mud pie, we were our people, not me out there, but the American blacks, American Negroes, the house of Judah, they were having steak. You hear me? I said back then pork was I don't know if they have pork, but they have steak dinner, or chicken dinner and thing. You know, they were eating a good life. Do you know how they lost it? A so-called white woman that said, "Oh, a black man do something," and when we find out, as the future goes on, no such thing happened. No such thing happened, and that was the first time, if I'm not mistaken, America bombed their own country. Yeah, look, they bombed a city in their own country because they were angry because the Negroes were eating good and they were starving. Do you know what after they bombed the black town, what they did? The Edomites did? Do you know what they did? They went into those people. They went to after they bombed. They went to those people's homes. You know what I mean? After they had their knives and guns with them, they went in their homes and stole their jewelry, their clothing, even their fucking food. That was what Esau did. Kill. What's the Bible say about Esau again? He comes to lie, steal, and lie, steal, kill, and destroy. Yeah, Esau is to kill, lie, and destroy. It tells in the Bible. Look, think about it. You bomb a country, you bomb your own country, dog, over a lie. Listen, when the white one is losing people, when these Edomites are losing, I'm just telling you the facts of history and stuff. Because they bombed it twice in the same century. You hear me? I think it was a bomb in the 70s too, if I'm not mistaken. One time in the 70s, so that's 2 times in the same fucking century, dog, and they bombed their own country. But in the 30s, yeah, man, if you want, you can look online, you can find the videos of when Esau broke into people's homes afterwards and was stealing their shit. How do I know this story? Because in this situation where Esau, a black woman, a sister of ours, she saw one of the white women, so-called white woman, the Edomite woman, red woman, was wearing her shit. And so she told the woman, "Yo, how you get my things? It's in the house." So the woman's house is stolen, or the rappers in people's house is stolen. Sister, I'll get the woman now. Cross-eyed thing. But she couldn't read it up because you know what was happening. But she confronted the woman, you know what I'm saying? You can find it online. Now all you Negroes and Hispanics, Seminole and Native American Indians, and the rest of you all, I'm going to show you something. When you have something that Esau wants and he can't have it, what they do? They will lie on you. They will make a fucking lie on you to destroy you, dog. They will lie. So, now, I'm going to say this. I'm not telling you can't have a so-called Edomite friend. I'm not telling you that. You can have all the friends you want. Just don't trust that friend. You know what I mean? The Bible tells you, never trust thy enemy. As the iron rusteth, so does their wickedness. So, unless you guys think God's lying, unless you think the Lord above is lying to you, which he's not, but if you think he's lying to you, then by all means, you know what I mean? Do what the hell you want to do. But like in my situation, I found as time goes by, I found out somebody lied on me to steal something from me. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they lied on me. I even made for police reports on me, dog. Shit, to steal something. Did they get it? I believe so. But it doesn't matter if they got, because why? What you can't keep it stolen if it's not yours, right? But they got something. Yes, they stole something. Mm. Somebody stole someone's house. Saying somehow changed the paperwork and got it in their fucking name, yo. With the help, obviously with the help of the courts, right? A lawyer, a crooked judge. You know what I mean? Yeah, but how did they pay? A lot. They're paying with their body. Mm. Making payments to their body to get this shit happening. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I tell you, yes, a lot of you people out there that's been done dirty by people I used to. But now here's I think it's funny. In my situation, I was done dirty. I found out there's a community of people that I knew. A community of people that I fucking knew that where I probably near I live on right now. But the last year before it, and some here. These people are my attackers. I couldn't believe it. People I fucking knew are my attackers. With the help of the police, of course. Now, the police, I don't know how they got the cops to do it, but they got the cops to help and lie and change paperwork and stuff. And the nurses change it. These people are all affiliated. These people are all, it's a straight cover. You know what I mean? Straight fucking cover now. I just can't believe it. Now I tell you people in the world, there's too much. Never trust people on fucking Oh shit. Sorry. I'm talking, and I fucking do something else. Hello, Lord above. Thank you for another day, you know. Thank you for the knowledge you've been giving my mind and back to my brain. Thank you for the protection of the angels above. Thank you guys. I like to thank God, the Howard side, my brothers, Mike, Gabriel, as well the other archangels, and everyone in between, and also the 12 tribes that's dead and gone now, that's in the grave. I thank them too because they're dead. They can see what's going on in my life. Right? They're watching me and my people. Right? Yo, I'm telling you, man, it's a fucking situation. Serious shit. But yes, the Edomites, these Edomites today, these are the people, the descendants of these fucking rapists, man. And what I'm gonna say is a fucking thing, but it's the damn truth, man. Damn fucking truth. If you are a so-called, we call today so-called white person, Sam, if you are a so-called white person today, what I gotta say is gonna hurt, but it's the goddamn truth, man. You are a child of a rapist. Sorry. Don't get mad at me. The history books could prove it. You could read, if you look at history books, I can prove everything that fuck I say. You are the children of fucking rapists. Because how can I prove it? I'm glad I'm alive now, yo. Yo, when Willie Lynch made that letter, they said to all the so-called Edomites around the world, and to all the slaves around the world, how to handle us. Rape is part of it, right? If you don't do this, do you know, I think Willie Lynch's butt breaking was in it. That's fucking sick, yo. Now, what is butt breaking, you call it? It is called a man violating another man or a woman. But when they wrote it for the men, yeah, the violating man, yeah. Why would they violate another man? To take away his spirit. You understand? To take away his spirit and his manhood. And do you know Esau is so disgusting that he would rape a man in front of the man's wife and children, dog? That's what Esau, the so-called white man we call today, he was really a red man. And now, I'm going to prove to you how Esau's red too in a second. Remember, Jacob and Esau are twin brothers, right? And we know that Jacob and Esau, their dad's name is Isaac. Isaac's father's name is Abraham. Where was Abraham from? More or less on the African continent, right? Well, not Africa itself. He was in Israel. You know what I'm saying? Think about it, he was in Israel. So if he was in Israel, and Israel is fucking hot. Now, when you go like fucking 4,000 fucking years ago, you know how hard it was down at them places down? No, these buildings were not here. You know what I mean? These trucks, all the smoke was not here. So the ozone was clean. So imagine how fucking hot it was back then, dog. Just imagine how hot it was. So when Sarah or Rebecca was gave birth to Jacob and Esau, remember, they were in a hot continent, right? All right. Hot continent. And when a so-called white person is in the sun long enough, what happens to the body? It's a tan, right? But it goes red. Now, if you're born in a continent that's blazing hot every fucking day, your body is red. It can't change because it's not cooling down. Well, when once they're brought to the mountains, then the sun was taken away, right? Their body color went down a little. But guess what? They are still red. You slap a white person in their face, they turn fucking red. You get them mad, they turn red. If they get really, really happy, you know what I'm saying, and their face looks white, all of a sudden it turns fucking red, yo, or pink. Well, we call it pink, but the Lord says red, right? So pink is red. You understand? Like, it is what it is. But these are the Edomites. There's no denying it. They'll deny it. Oh, I'm not Edomite. No. They'll say I'm not red. The Indians are red. No, the Native Indians are not red. You know, I have to correct that. We're the Cleveland Indians, right? The Cleveland Indians, they're not red. If you look at the prophet, they're brown. You know what I'm saying? What the Bible says? Well, the first man was created. They were brown like the dust of the ground. Now, dust is usually brown, right? It could also turn black. Now, when you wet that dust, it turns black, right? If you pick up sand, look at this. Let me show you something different, bro. You see this? Okay. Now look at this. I'm gliding right here now. This part here, right? As you see it. Look at that. Look at the particles. It's brown and it's dark, right? Now watch this now. Now watch now go here now. Now this is the wet part, right? The wet part of the dirt. It's black. It's darker than before. This is the wet part. See the difference? Do you see any fucking dust that looks like fucking white to you? And now here's another thing. White sand. What year was white sand discovered? Huh? Oh no, let's do this right now. Hold on. Let's use Google for this one. Hold on a second. I want to educate everyone on this fucking planet properly. What year was white sand discovered? Okay. There you go, world. Let me read it to you. So I don't want no confusion and all the bullshit. Here we go, okay? Look at this, world. Here we go. I'm on Google right now. I'm going to read it to you. Whoa. Sorry. All right. The white sands of White Sands National Park have existed for thousands of years, but the ancient fossilized footprints and other significant discoveries were not made all at once. The first known discovery of footprints was in 1932, though significant excavations and scientific discoveries regarding human presence at White Sands continued in the years that followed, with a magic discovery of deep elongated footprints in 2009, followed by a significant body of research containing the footprints aged between 21,000 and 22,000 years ago in 2021 and further corroborated in 2023 and 2025. All right. Now, you know, people, we always keep hearing about millions and millions of years, but that makes no sense. You know why? If the earth was here for millions of years, right? As scientists says it is, right? we are way behind what we should be in the future. We are. There's no way this world in millions of years. Were we on this stage this lifetime? No way. Do you know where we should have been at least 100 years ago? If that's the case, well, the Jetsons, the sort of Jetsons, we should be at that level. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, come on. If that was the case, millions of years, we're only at this level? No way. No fucking way. We should way beyond this bullshit right now. These buildings, no, we still fucking building the fucking sky. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, if we were here that long, because that's too much knowledge passed on to say millions of years ago. No, man. Or now this one here, what I said, 2,100 years ago. No, 2,100, 2,100. That's impossible. And the planet was not here that fucking long, man. I don't believe the Earth's that fucking old as it claims to be. No, because if that's the case, if you read that Bible properly, right? The Son of God. We know the Son of God. They said this year, 2,000 around. Well, now it's new century. I would say at least around 2,000, maybe 700 years ago. Okay, if that's the case, why so long? You know what I mean? That makes no sense. That makes that Adam. Okay, if you go to Adam and Eve, you do all these stories, right? Adam and Eve, let's just say to the Son of God. Adam and Eve to the point of Son of God. That's not even fucking 30, that is not even 30,000 years. Why? I'll show you. Remember, before the Son of God got here, right? What happened? And this happened long before the Son of God got here. when Cain killed Abel, right? Well, we have to go back that far, right? To get to where I am now. When Cain killed Abel, God said, "I'm going to punish you," right? God took away his skin. You know what I'm saying? He took away his skin color. Boom. Oh, the sun is right. Okay. God took away his skin color. You know what I'm saying? And he said to him, "This is your punishment." And what did Cain say afterwards? No, Lord, please. I can't go to this. They'll kill me. So what does that tell you right there? I cannot go. People see they'll kill me. His skin color was taken away. Cain is the very first so-called Edomite on earth. He's the first Edomite, yo. He is. He lost his color from murder. That was his punishment. Boom. After that, right? All right. You go up at least maybe. I'm just hypothetically say maybe 1,000. No, maybe 2,000, 3,000 years later. Boom. Noah's Ark. Remember what happened? God killed every motherfucker on this planet. He left 8 people. You know what I'm saying? He left 8 fucking people, dog. I took 2 sets of each animal. He left 8 people. I killed every fucking body else, yo. What does that tell you? There's no way this planet has been that long and they have all this information. We're being lied to. Remember what they say? It's usually the winner is always one that makes the story, right? And makes the rules. All right. All these people here about 10, 20 million years ago and all shit. No, man. The Earth has not been in that fucking long, man. The most I would give this Earth, I would say maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe. Okay, if we're going to use millions of years, I would give this for maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe 1.5 million years. If 1 million years is really out there of this Earth's existence, you know what I'm saying? I would say that maybe 1.5 million years. But honestly, nah, man. This Earth has probably been out here. I would say, I'm gonna say hypothetically, man. I didn't know why, but. Maybe 40 to 50,000 years, if possible. This world has been here. That's as far as I would say it's going, if possible. 40. Why do I say that? Because remember, if you go back in the Bible, right? Certain people live what? One man lived over 1,000 years, right? Another man 900 years, 1,100 years. You know, so like I think I'm pushing it, but I'm gonna say just for sake of it, the Earth has probably been maybe I'm pushing it, right? 50,000 fucking years. That's pushing it. I don't believe the Earth has been that fucking long. I mean, with life of man, you know what I'm saying? With man. Remember, when God made the world and He made all the creatures, man wasn't even here yet, eh? No, He made the how'd it go? Earth, night, day, water, earth, then the land, you know, earth was a planet, water, earth, then you know the land, trees, animals, water, all those things came. If you look at it, you don't hear nothing about human existence at that time period. You know what I mean? Boom. Then after that, you go on to after that, what it say? Now I think I understand the process of the Lord meant. You know, 7 days, boom, 7 days. Remember, 7 days to us, not to God, is 1,000 years to us, right? Boom. So that means this world, it took the Lord 7,000 fucking years to complete this fucking planet, you know? 7,000 years. There was no human life walking for at least 6,000 years, bro. Think about it. So in this creation, the last thing that was made was the man, right? The last thing that was made was the man. That was on the 6th day. The 7 days, it was rest. Right? So that means for 6,000 years, there was no human man or woman on this planet. No, sorry. 5,000 years, there was no man or woman on this planet. The 6,000 years, then He made a man and then a woman. And I remember, if you go to that point, right? If you look in the Bible, it calls people like, you know, fruits and stuff in the beginning, right? So even though there were people, they were not considered men at the time. Yes, until the Lord says, now here's what the first man. Now I understand what the first man is. So all you other nations that's on this earth, right? You are not men. Now, yes, you look like a man, you breathe like a man. Yeah, you are. Yes, you. In the terms of living people, you are a man. But in terms of God, you are not man. Because why? He says, "I will make man in my image." Dust of the ground, right? That's the people of darkness. But He said, "My people, I will make them in my." His people, right? His people, the Israelites, yo. He made us. Adam is the first Israelite. If you want to be technical, he's the first Israelite. He is. And He said, what did He say? Every nation shall come to Adam, right? Now, it also says this. Also, the people chosen shall come to. The chosen people came to Adam. So we know for a fact, yes, Adam's the progenitor of the race, yes, but the chosen, the Israelites, they were not called Israelites at the time. They were called the chosen. The Israelites came in the process of Isaac's son, Jacob. Not even Jacob. There was no other J. It was, if you look in the old Bible, there's a Y. You can find Jacob, not Jacob. You have to be the old Bible. I mean the old ones, yo. I've had them before, and at first I didn't understand, but now I'm older, much older now. And then first had it, now I see the difference. You know what I'm saying? I understand now. Yo, I'm telling you, man, we've been lied to. My people on this earth, we've been lied to, man. These nations have lied to every one of us. All of them. They've lied to us, man. They know the truth, but they're telling us a different story. Why? To preserve the dominance of the ruler. They had to lie to us to rule. If they told us the truth, and we know the truth, they cannot rule. Now, my people, the only way to make it, like in my last video, I said, what I said in the last video? There is a way to beat the 144,000 rule. There's only one way. One. And do you know, and once it was explained to me, now I understand why God says 144,000. Yes, there is a way to beat the people. There is one way, but we as the people we are, too hard-headed, we're not going to do it. So God, now I understand why God put 144. Yes, we could beat it. There is a way to beat it, but we ain't going to listen. And the only way to do it is to unite as one and walk together. That's the only friggin' way we could beat the 144,000 rule. We have to become one people again as in the past and do as God says in the Bible to a T. If we could do that to a T, we could break that rule. But we know we're not going to do that. We live our lives now for too long separately, you know what I mean? We live our lives too separate as people. Now, if you go to you went to the 70s and 80s, right? 70s, 80s, and the early 90s. Do you know that the Hispanics and Negroes were like this? We were like this one point, eh? And do you know where the problem came? We started fucking white women. No, I'm not being rude to them, but I'm being honest. That's where I came from. Look, if you go technically, when we started fucking these white women, problems happened, bro. Because we started bringing with our society, right? And now it got worse when we started mixing blood with them. Now they're because we have family motherfuckers. That's the problem. In the past, do you know in the far past, there was a time when we Negroes we were mixing these white women in the far past, right? And the Lord told us to leave our children with these white women. Get up, leave with our race, and move on. Yes, you can find it. A long time. I'm talking before this slavery. I'm talking way back in the past. There was a situation. No, it was slavery, but it was slavery, but it wasn't. I wasn't this hardcore. You know what I'm saying? But there was a period where the Negroes and this white women in the way far past, they hooked up together. They had children and all that stuff. And then the white man, no. All this history, there's a lot of history, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot of information, man. Fuck. I don't have all the information, because if I did, my mind probably pop, you know what I'm saying? I might can hold a lot of information, but it's just, wow, there's just so much out there, man. Like, yes, people, I'm telling you what I fucking seen. It was just crazy, man. Crazy shit, man. Believe me when I tell you, man, it's messed up out there. Man. My people, these Edomites and these other nations, they know who you are. You hear me? Hold on, let me find a chapter again. Let me see if I can find that chapter. So I can give to you. You can look online yourself and see it on your Bible. See yourself. Where in the Bible does the Lord tell us these other nations know who the Israelites are? Oh wow. These are the nations. These are other nations that the Lord left in the land to test these Israelites who had not experienced the war of Canaan. He did this, Oh wow. Okay, hold on. Which chapter in the Bible does it say that these nations know who we are? What page is that? Okay, Ezekiel, I think it's one. Colossians. There's another one. Hold on, this one's another one here. Hold on, let me find this one. Let me read a second. It says, no, not that one. Not I bless you, no. Wow, I have to, it's not reading out properly. Yeah. You know, people. I have to go in the Bible itself and read it because I ain't finding it. I'm not finding it right here. I have to go in the Bible itself. It looks like and pull it. I did see it before a long time ago, man. Yes, I did. While I was locked up. You know what I mean? So I remember that. Mm. My people around the world, my nation. Do you know what the Bible also says about us? If we join together, it says in the Bible, all of us, join as one nation. Seeing? There is more of us than any nation on this fucking planet. Now, we know for a fact, China has what is it about? Like what? 4 billion people? 2-3 billion people? Okay. Now the slave said we were mixing all nations, right? And what did the Lord say in the beginning? Be fruitful and multiply. You hear those words? Be fruitful and multiply. Right. When he was talking to the Israelites at the time. Now, in the beginning, when we were brought here, in the beginning, right? We were the least of all nations there. We were at one point, but then we fucked like rabbits, you know what I'm saying? And we were getting women pregnant like 90. In the Egyptian slavery, right? I think it was like 1,200 years, 1,200 something years. Do you know, as much they said that we died, like we died a lot, but we produced double. So if 10,000 died, 20,000 was fucking born, yo. What? That's how deep it was. If 10,000 of us died, 20,000 of us was reborn. Like, if you look at the story in the Egyptian, what they say? Holy fuck, these guys breed like rabbits. Remember the Egyptian king? No, not the king. The Egyptian, the guy that speaks with the king. He said we breed like fucking rabbits. We die, but there's more of us coming alive than when we die. We have. So 1,000 of us died. There was fucking 3,000 of us being born. They're like, what the fuck? That's how you know that the Lord kept His promise. Did He say we will not die out? It's about we will not die out. No matter what they do, we cannot do. We will not die out. Slavery. Remember when they had this in slavery, right? What they say? Oh, we are good, strong. Especially if we were really strong. What? They would make us breed these women, right? Because they want our strength to be passed on. Boom. Do you know Negroes that was in the slave trade? Do you know that now this how evil these people were. They would put a thing in your eyes and blind your ass out. Muzzle the woman so she can't talk, look like sin, and make her pick the fuck out her ass. Yeah, Esau is that wicked that he would trick the youth and make them blazing mother and sister to breed because they want the strong gene. Because some of them are so strong, physically strong, they're like, yo, we need more of that. Yeah, man, that's crazy. That is freaking fucking nuts. So the white man's so evil. And that's his slavery. Now, let's go to the future today. Yeah, the future. There was a man in Seattle. This happened recently, a couple days ago. A black veteran who fought in the Vietnam War and something else. He's in this wheelchair, dog. Probably 80-something years old, in this fucking wheelchair. Do you know what this young white boy did? You know what he did? Huh? He said, yo, show me your papers. Yo, listen, my Negroes out there, if any white man says to you show your papers, and you know he's not a fucking cop, and you got listen to that, man, I'm not being racist to him, I'm being fucking real. You gotta, especially if you live in America, and you got your fucking strap on you, and he tells you that shit, when you hear that talk, man, blast him quick, because if you don't blast him, you might get a hole in your fucking chest, still. Blast. Nah, I didn't say kill him, I said blast him. not kill him. There's a difference. You blast him his arm. Now, if you know human anatomy, there's some you can lick him at, blast him, he won't die. You know, if you know human anatomy, if you don't know human anatomy, blast his either his shoulder or his fucking knees, yo. Don't, but if you know the body properly, you can blast him in certain parts. He'll bleed, yes, a lot, but he won't die. You can patch up. He'll still be fucked up, but he will live, you know what I mean? It's funny. I was actually, like I said, I wasn't planning to come out. I was looking about tomorrow and work out. Now I can still come out tomorrow and work out. Why? Because I'm talking. I'm not working out. I'm talking. I'm doing this is a talk video. This is a video of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I can come back here and do a video of strength, but this is a video of fucking knowledge, bro. So I tell my cops guy who's trying to be me, you can't be me. You don't have this kind of fucking knowledge, bro. God don't love you. You don't have knowledge I have. You out of your fucking mind. You might be educated, but you don't have the knowledge I have and all this system I'm talking. So there's no way you can fucking be me. You can't copy someone and you don't know the knowledge of their mind. My mind is way past yours, yo. Way past yours. On a whole different level, man. Hold on, world. I need to get a shot of water. Please give me a second. Yeah, get a shot of my water, man. And what? Not ginger ale. This is water, yo. I gotta show you this is water. You know, this is water, though. Yeah, man. Hey, Lord above, thank you for the knowledge, yo. Thank you. Okay, well, sorry, what? I have to rinse that mouth, you know what I'm saying? Get the knowledge spitting. Now, it is, let me see what time it is now. It is, wow, 3 o'clock. We've been there for an hour and 12 minutes, just talking away. I was gonna wait till 4 o'clock. Maybe I will. Who knows? 4 o'clock, maybe not. Hold on, bro. Now, I'm not here to promote killing and all that stuff, but if it comes to your life and someone's trying to take it from you, don't let nobody just take your fucking life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that, man. Hey, if you can save yourself, save it. But if you can't save yourself, and you're able to take the person, sorry. Now, if you're able to not kill someone, obviously do not. But if your life's in danger, and let's just say you're gonna die no matter what, right? And you're able to take the person that's trying to kill you out with you, take them with you. If you know you're gonna die and there's no way to save yourself, but you can take that person with you, take them. Take them then, and talk to God when you go to say, Lord, this is what happened to happen. I was gonna die, so I took him with me because why would I go alone if I could take him? Why go alone if you could take him with you? Here's another thing. I know something I also seen too. A lot of times, right? Now, I've been going across since the 90s, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people I've met, kids going to jail, were innocent. You know what? You get a charge. Now, the cop was fucked up. He knows he's wrong. And guess what he does? Just to hang you. Assault police. You know what time I heard? I see that I fucking, on my record. What? I'm like, what are you talking about? I ain't touched the motherfucker. But guess what? He beat you the fuck up, right? And then he says you assaulted him. I bet you that still happens today. The cop beats you the fuck up and says you assaulted his ass. If he gets a cut to himself from attacking you, oh, you assaulted me. And then you get fucking, you're quit fighting to prove that you didn't assault this motherfucker. But Yeah, you might go home, but guess what? He wins. You did 9, 10 fucking months for nothing. For just say, okay, you're innocent. Okay, now where's the 10 months of your fucking life that was taken away from you? You know, like listen, people. Anywhere in the world where you go where the court where the courts is ruled by the Edomites, and the land is the Edomites are running. If you're a Negro, if you're a Negro, scene, I'm talking anywhere in a European country, and you have a problem with a cop, let's not, if he hits you, and a lot of times they do, you know what I mean, and he bleeds, he gets cussed on, trust me, you're going to be charged with assault police, even though you didn't fight back, you just try to dodge your head and so you'll get punched in your fucking face, you know what I mean, you'll get charged assault, man. Trust me, it had to be first, I know it, I'm talking about. I remember. I was like, what? I was 15, 16. I remember that. I'm handcuffed here. The cop beat me the fuck up, and somehow I still got some kind of assault on police. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? I have to fight that. I have to fight it. You know what I'm saying? Fight it. Like that's bullshit. I have to fight it for what 70 fucking months. Then okay, it's dropped. Everything is dropped. But I did time for this. I you know what I mean? I did time for it. Okay, you're innocent. Who fucking cares, man? The 7, 8 months I lost out of my fucking life because this fucking liar, you know what I mean? So now, man. To the courts, you want to be fair? You want to be fair to a lot of the people that go to jail for these lying cops? Once a cop is caught lying on someone for an assault charge, you should make the laws where when they're caught lying, so let's just say you want to get the person, you're probably to get 4 or 5 years. That cop should be getting that sentence. He should get that sentence. Why? He lied on someone. He made him go to jail for nothing. Got him a record. Now they got fingerprints and all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna send that motherfucker to do the time you plan to give the man there. Straight up. If you plan to give the man 5 years, that's how he should give to the cop. He lied it. 5 years. If you plan to give a suspended sentence, then fine. The cops get suspended sentence. But if you want to give him 5, 10, 15 fucking years, and he lied, that cop should get that sentence automatically for lying because he knows better. His job is to lie, right? If your job is to lie, then what the fuck, you know, what's going on here, right? Romans 9 and 13. I repeat. Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. Look, that's not my word. That's his word, yo. That's God above. That's what he said. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he said. Jacob I love, Esau I hated. Jacob is the Negroes, the Hispanics, the freaking Seminole and Native American natives. Those are Jacob. Esau is any person that claims to be white. It was really red. You are the Edomites, yo. It's the Bible. There's no confusion. How the fuck we confused, man? There's no confusion. We know who the Edomites are. If you are so-called white, you are fucking Edomite, yo. You are not a child of fucking God. Plain and simple. God hates you. That's all there is to it. He says in the Bible, he said, I hate the Edomites. He says it. I hate you. You know what I'm saying? God himself says in the Bible, I hate Esau. And he says also, I never change. So if he never changes to this day, God still hates your ass. Straight up. If you are a white person, I mean a so-called white person, you know what I'm saying? Because there's no white person, it's red. If you are an Edomite, God fucking hates you. There's no if, ands, or buts fuck about it. He says in the Bible, I don't fucking change. So that means his hatred for you is fully. There's no exception. Now, we are the children of God, right? And what did God tell us about his children? Try. You hear those words? Try to live peaceful among them. Try. He didn't say you have to. He says try, because obviously he knows troubles that are coming in the process of life. You know what I'm saying? He says try to live peaceful among them, but he does tell you they are their enemy, right? And he also said in the Bible, never trust them. The only time the Lord uses the word never in the Bible is once. Never trust thy enemy. For as an iron gets rusted, so does their fucking wickedness. You know what I'm saying? Now, when iron gets rusted, right? If you touch it, you can cut yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's dangerous when it's rusted. You can cut yourself, get infected, disease, die for that shit. Look at that. Iron is dangerous. And rusted iron is dangerous. So are the Edomites, because they are considered as rusted iron. God hates. Right now, I bet you it's an Edomite flying up here. It's not a Negro in that fucking plane. Are you crazy? He ain't flying that plane. He might want to sit in that fucker, but he ain't flying that plane. He's stupid. God forbid he is, but no. That's an Edomite flying up here right now. That's not an Israelite. Now, my Negroes around the world and Hispanics around the world. Remember, our people is also mixed with them. You know what I'm saying? So you have to differentiate an Edomite and a Israelite, because a lot of Israelites now look at Edomites, right, through slavery. You know what I'm saying? Blood translation, mixed blood, and then the one person continues with the Edomite races, looks like Edomites, but he's an Israelite. So, what is it in the Bible? Oh Lord, we have the wheat and the tares. What did the Lord say in the Bible? Okay, don't destroy it. Wait, because why? I don't. You might kill an Israelite, right? It says in the Bible. Wait, let me. I was separated. So all you Israelites around the world, if you think a white person, a so-called Edomite is an Israelite, right? Go by his soul. You can't fuck what he says to you. Go by his action of his spirit, or how he handles things, does things, and his faith, and you will know if he's one of you or not, man. Your soul will tell you. The Bible says to you, your soul will tell you if he's one of you, right? Like I said, me personally, I don't hate people. Yeah, I dislike people. I don't hate them, but guess what? You Israelites around the world, you don't have to hate them. Why? Because he hates them already. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to hate them. Why? God hates them. You don't have to hate. You disliking them is one thing, but the hate, leave that to God. Let God hold the hate tower. You know what I'm saying? You be like, I don't hate you. I don't have to hate you, because the person that made you, he hates you. So what the fuck? Now technically, like King David, yes, with extremes. I hate what God hates. Of course, that's different. You're going on a level of a really high level, right? That means you really walk up to the highest order. You know what I'm saying? But also remember, those times were different. God was talking to David. You know what I'm saying? And in his own way, he was talking to him. So his relationship with God was on a higher level, man. Whew. Like I am so grateful now. I'm not gonna lie to you on this earth. I am so grateful. I am fucking black and not white, yo. I am so fucking grateful, brethren. What? I am truly grateful. I'm a black man and not a white man. Why? A so-called white man. Why? Because, yo, imagine the person that created you hates your fucking guts. Oh, you out here fucking, oh, that hurt like hell. I'd rather be fucking poor and God love me than me a rich man and God hates my fucking ass, yo. Straight the fuck up. Lord, I'd rather be poor and loved than rich and hated it. Straight up, yo. I'd rather be poor and loved by God himself than hated by the fucking Most High, yo, and rich on this fucking planet. What the fuck's gonna matter when I die? No fucking way. Now, to all you so-called white people on this planet, Hear me now when I say this, that violated my people on this fucking planet. Remember, we have to all die, eh? And when we die, there is something we have to all face. Now, to all you so white people tell us, oh, you go to Africa, you call us monkeys and shit. Let me ask you, how could we be monkeys and monkeys have thin lips? Negroes don't have thin lips. Some of us do, the majority. No, we do not, yo. No, we do not. So the monkeys, yes, they have dark skin like us, but them have lips like y'all. Nose like y'all, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I never heard like you motherfuckers too. I never see that. I never heard that you people, yo. So the real monkeys on this planet are so-called white people, dog. They're not us. No, they're not us. Look at the feature of the ape. It relates to the so-called white man. The closest. Besides the skin tone, everything else. The nose, the lip, the hairiness in the body. That's the Edomites, yo. That's not us, man. That's not us. So when a white person says you call you a monkey, you say, listen, boy, don't confuse us with your people. You're the monkeys here, not us. Because all the features that monkeys have, you got the same fucking shit. It's not us. The only thing we have is, yes, our skin is dark. But we're not naturally born with thin lips. You know what I'm saying? We're not naturally born with hairy bodies. No, we're not, yo. That's not us. That's y'all. That's y'all, man. Whew. So a lot of you Negroes out there, listen up very carefully, man. Listen very carefully. While school is still accessible and helpful, listen, do the work. You know what I'm saying? Now, if teachers tell you certain things and you don't believe it, what they're saying, then research the shit and prove that motherfucker wrong. But don't, you know what I mean? Now, if you're a Negro and you prove a white teacher wrong about certain things, they don't really like it now. Because why? They're like, fuck, you showed that you're more knowledgeable than them. They don't want that. They call us dumb, this, that. So you can't really depend on people. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Is that a body? Maybe I'm seeing things. I think I'm gonna lose my fucking mind or something. Maybe I'm seeing things. I don't know what the fuck I'm seeing, but whatever, man. Like I said, you know what I mean? So, my people around the world, listen up. Listen very fucking carefully. Please listen to this. Don't ever in your life trust white people, yo. Don't trust them. You can be friends with them, but don't trust them. Do not trust them. They will betray you, dog. You hear me? They will betray you, dog. They will betray you, man. The Bible says they are our enemies. Now, to the black man now. Not cause, yes, I know it. Yes, I know that. White girls feel good when you fuck with. And yeah, I know if they feel good, but don't trust them. You know what I'm saying? Don't trust them in your fucking heart. Do not do that. You could. I ain't say you can't fuck them, but don't give them your soul. You know what I mean? Do not give them your fucking soul, man. And try not to breed them. I mean, of course you can't control them. When you bust your shot, if you go inside, if it happened, it happened. It does happen, but guess what? Okay, it happened. That their child will always be a Negro, but it has, you know, it's mixed with the devil. You know what I'm saying? So that's all. You just mix with the devil, but you gotta be smart and safe. You know what I mean? Be smart and be safe. Like I said, I'm not telling you to hate them because you don't have to hate them. God already hates them for you. You know what I'm saying? So, right there, that's your bonus. If you don't want to hate them, that's fine. God has that already installed. Yo, I hate them. So, when God says He hates them, you don't have to really hate them because the Lord above is already against them. You know what I mean? Like, you win. Just all you have to do is just try to do what God tells you to do. You know what I'm saying? That's it. What does the Bible says? My sheep will hear my voice. So the people that claim to love the Lord above, if you really love the Lord above, then guess what? You are hearing what God says. But if you're a liar, you don't hear nothing He says. You understand? If you're lying, you don't hear nothing He says. You just pretend. And pretending to love the Lord is foolishness. Don't you agree? That's foolishness. Oh, I love God. No. If you don't love Him, be real. But don't pretend, man. World right now is 4 a.m. I can't believe it. I would talk for an hour and almost 2 hours, man. What can I say? But wow, you know what I mean? It's just wow. The Almighty God, the King and Lord of Lords, spitting shit right through my mouth, because I was gonna do a workout, but I'm working out my knowledge, spitting out knowledge, information. That is also working out. The key of working out is information, understanding, and knowing. I love this. I love being a Libra, right? Because one thing about Libras, I'll tell you, we don't talk nothing we don't know. We search shit first, eh? Because when we talk, we'll make sure there's no way you cut it. No, we make sure we get information first. Once you bring it out, you say, oh, no, we'll shut you down. No, this is this. We'll bring you proof of information of how we know you're fucking talking shit. Because we research our shit. But remember, Libra, the sign of justice, right? Okay, so for the sign of justice, there's two types of justice. There's three justices. There's truth, a lie, and God. Three justices. Now, truth is also with God, right? Yes, it is. So it's two, but I say three because God, there's no second guessing nothing. Let's say truth, a lie, and God. God. Oh yeah. Sorry, with God there is no mistake, right? There is no mistake with God. You know what I'm saying? God does not make mistakes. Men make mistakes. Now, a lot of times people say, "Oh, I'm afraid." When you say you're afraid, that's not God speaking. That is a devil. He put fear in your soul, body, and mind. Anyways, people, I believe I've been there long enough. A lot of talking. I'm sure I can spell some more, but I'll hold it for another time when it's needed. But for now, this is Mr. Miracle. I'm happy you watched. I hope what I spoke will help you knowledgeable in life, some way or not. Help you out with what you need to know. I don't have all the information, but quite a bit. I don't have it all, man. There's no way I have it all. Why? Because there's too much information to have, there's no way in my mind can hold all that in my lifetime. I haven't need another lifetime to get hold so much information of the past and present. But what I do have, what I speak is not, you can find yourself on. You can check online, library books, whatever. You can find it. If you have an old, let's say you have a grandma at least 100 years old, or pretty damn close to 100, like 95 or up. Talk to them, yo. If you have a grandmother that's like 95 years old, or even 100 or even 101, talk to them and get the information out of them, because they have it. It's in their brain stuff. You want to know Holocaust and stuff? They were there. They were there. Alright, world. I am Mr. Miracle, and I hope this knowledge I spit out today will help you to understand more, of God, our people, and rules, you know what I'm saying? And all the stuff we need to know. I want to go home right now. It is exactly 4:04 a.m. August 21st. May you all rest in peace. And hold on. Make sure I'm right. No, yeah, August 21st, that's right. August 25th. I just want to make sure I'm right. No confusion there. So to the world out there, please enjoy your lives. You know what I mean? So eat, swallow, and digest this knowledge you've learned today, and all these different things I spoke of. There's a lot more I have to say, but it's time to go home. But I'll be back with more knowledge. But not tomorrow. I'm gonna work hard instead, But for now, I'm glad you listened and watched the video. May this help you. In the name of the Lord, may you all strive for whatever you're seeking for. And I'm gonna say amen and goodbye. All right, Mr. Miracles out.